Rob Dickey and James Dayton giving Cheltenham their first League Two win of the season. Gary's here and we're ready to go. Gary, 3 points in the clean sheet. Can't ask for any more.
No, you can't ask for any more. I mean, it was a decent performance as well. I know we knew how important this result was, otherwise we'd have just be behind a few teams if we didn't get this result. So the lads were a little bit nervous second half, and when we went 2-0 up, I think maybe we thought, okay, we've got to be careful here, because 2-0's a difficult scoreline. You know the opposition at half time have got nothing to lose, and to be fair, they did come out. But I thought we defended heroically and well when we needed to. So all in all, a really good performance. It was like a Newcastle performance a little bit, and they all turned up today, and I was really pleased with them.
The shape was good and the players looked comfortable in that shape.
Thank you. Well, you say it.
Just did?
Yeah, you did, yeah. No, it's brilliant, and it was a decent shape. The players understand it. Sometimes it can look a little bit like you're not pressing, but we did high press. That's how we got Bates' goal. But then sometimes we have to let teams come onto us so that we can hit them on the break, sort of thing. And the lads have been doing that very well, and it does seem to suit us a little bit. But we can play both. We can high press when we need to, as long as everybody's doing it.
And Rob Dickey, as you'd expect, he just slotted straight in as if he'd never been away.
Well, that's very true, and he's got that ball that he fizzes into the striker or a midfield player, and it's always the first ball that starts something. And it's great to see him back. Our group is looking a little bit stronger with numbers and with people getting fit, and and that sort of stuff. And obviously Amari coming on, he shows what he's got. And Billy works his socks off, didn't he? Billy Wiz, he if anyone deserved the goal, he did. Probably, I'm sure Paddy won't mind me saying, I think Billy's work rate probably deserved man of the match, really. That's who I'd give it to. But then you could have given it to the others. Was he your man of the match?
I was just going to ask about Billy and saying that his work rate just seemed to typify the whole performance.
Well, that's it. And every game you've got to put that work rate in. And I think Billy's, remembered that he don't like being out of the team. He's seen that a couple of, the strikers come in, and maybe another one in Monicana, because he can play as a striker as well. But you're not going to move Billy away from there just yet, because he's. And if he goes through the season like that, he will score goals, because he'll get more and more confident. I think he looks confident at the moment, and he certainly gave the two centre halves a lot to think about. That's for sure.
Next to him, Danny Wright hasn't got a goal yet. Is that worrying you? Is that worrying him, or are you just happy to let him?
I don't think so. Listen, let's wait and see where we are. I don't care if we don't score a goal, as long as we're in the top 6 or 7 at the end of the season. And he would have definitely created opportunities for other people. But he'll score goals. He'll be okay. At the minute, you've got to remember, he probably for a long time himself hasn't played a Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday at the tempo that we play. Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday for 4 weeks has it been nearly? You know what I mean? So that's not easy for the fittest of youngest of people, let alone the fittest of oldest of people.
I've got to ask this, deadline on Wednesday. Is that it? Are you all done when Monicana comes in? Is that all you want to do?
I think so. I think we've got an extra loan anyway. So that means if a loan's out, I can bring a loan in. It means I've got to leave a loan out. But all my loans are all youngsters, and some of them will need a rest every now and again and come and be ready to come on and put in a performance if they miss one midweek game out or something. So, today I didn't use Kobe and John Smith. I wanted them to see us doing what we do well. I didn't think I wanted to change the shape. I didn't want to change the shape. So I kept it as it is, but they'll be champing at the bit, ready for the next start.
And you're not expecting anyone to go out, obviously, so
No, I'm not. No, there'd have to be a massive offer at this stage. Can't sell any loan players anyway, without asking the other club. But no, at the moment we've worked very hard. They've worked hard to put in a couple of performances like that, and we were nearly there on a couple of occasions, a couple of halves, but not quite throughout the game. And today, and the supporters, I hope will see that sometimes the defending well is good as well. But we're not going to defend the whole time. We're going to defend, try and nick the ball back as quickly as we can to attack the opposition.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay.
Is there a bit of relief that the first win's out of the bag and there's no...
Oh wow, not a little bit of relief, a massive relief, James. And it's always a massive relief when you get that first win, because now it's like not a great start, but like a decent start, because we've had some difficult games. If you chuck in there Charlton and Newcastle with not a new group but new players in and around the place, and the injuries that we've had, could be construed as we've done well under the circumstances. But we needed that win, otherwise everybody was saying, oh, doom and gloom, strikers ain't scoring, and it was raining and not many people here, and all of a sudden doom and gloom merchants come out, don't they? And but you know, they've supported us great, and I was pleased for the supporters that we got a first result with them, just to give them a bit of confidence that their team can beat teams at this level. Don't forget, Crewe took Blackburn to extra time in the week. I don't think they've lost. They've drawn, but I'm not sure whether they lost. First defeat, and they came down in that first division, and they've still got first division players. So if you look at all that, it was a very good result for us.
Is it fair to say that if that game had been last year, it probably would have been 2-0 at half time and maybe perhaps 3 or 4 in the second?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You had to dig in against a better team in the second.
We got to respect the division. Every division you go up. I mean, a lot of the teams we did that to were part-time teams, and now we're playing full-time teams of lads that have had lots and lots of league games and are very experienced. And every team, you take Dagnall and Lowe, how many goals have they scored in their career? If you let them have half a yard, you're 1-0 down, sort of thing, and we didn't. So people know about you more. There's much more stuff on you that opposition have, i.e., you know, the previous games, and they scrutinise our games. They scrutinise your weaknesses, your strengths, and we got to do that as well. So it's all in all much more difficult to get a result at each level you go up. But I'm pleased we've done what we've done.
Excellent. Cheers.
All right.
And do some.